Due to popular demand, here I am with the second part of these fragrances are Instagram and TikTok viral, but are they worth your money? And I'm gonna link the first video here in case you want to watch it. But before we get into this video, I noticed that 75% of the people watching my videos are not subscribed to my channel. And it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe. Thank you. Let's jump right into it with the Khair line. I have 5 Khair fragrances. Each of them has a different name. The first one is actually just Khair. I think this was the first one. This one right here. This is a dupe for a fragrance from Gisa, I'm not even sure. I think it's a Middle Eastern brand, but it's a high-end brand, so it's a little bit more expensive. I don't have that fragrance. I don't know if this is a great dupe for that one. This is an aromatic fragrance. It's leaning masculine to my nose. I didn't really wear it. You can see that my bottle is pretty full. It smells green, aromatic, masculine, woody. I think it's a really nice fragrance for a man. So this is a little bit too masculine for me. I wouldn't wear this myself, but I do recommend this for men. So this is a yes for me. Next, I got the Khair Pistachio, and this is a dupe for a fragrance from Khair, which is called Pistachio Gelato. I don't have that fragrance either, but I did test it repeatedly because I actually wanted to blind buy it. It's great I didn't. I don't love that fragrance. Actually, first when I sampled it, probably because my expectations were in a totally different place, I kind of hated it. Then I tested it again. I don't hate it anymore, but I still don't think it's my type of fragrance. I wouldn't really wear it. I did wear this one for the sake of it, just to test it. It's really, really close to that one. For me, this is personally, it's a no, but since it's very close to that one and that fragrance is a high success, I think that fragrance from Khair is pretty hyped and people love it for the most part. I think for people, like, generally, this should be a yes. For me personally, it's a no because I just don't like this fragrance. It smells very cold. For me, pistachio, when I'm thinking about pistachio, I'm thinking about something creamy, sweet, warm, like spicy maybe. And this is very, like, at first, honestly, the first thought that popped into my head when I smelled the OG, not this one, was this smells like a toilet cleaner. I mean, I'm sorry to say that. It doesn't mean it's a bad smell. Toilet cleaners don't necessarily smell like, they don't smell like the toilet. They smell fresh usually, but this is too fresh, it seems like the pistachio is a little bit fake somehow. I don't know, it just smells like it doesn't smell natural to my nose. So because of that, I don't love that fragrance. I don't love this fragrance. Again, it's very close. So if you know you love that one, this is a yes for you. For me, it's a no. The next fragrance is again a dupe for a Khair fragrance. I don't know what's with this line and the Khair fragrances, but I see a pattern. So besides the first one that is not a dupe for a Khair fragrance, everything else in here, like everything from this line, is a dupe for a Khair fragrance. So this is a dupe for Eden Lychee. They always have these long names. Like I cannot always remember like 3, 4, 5 words, names. Okay. Eden Lychee something something. I don't have that fragrance either. This is just okay for me. Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I've tested that fragrance again briefly. I think it's pretty close. I don't think it's identical or anything. I think it's it smells a little bit juvenile. It doesn't smell bad or anything. So with this, with the pistachio on, I had a pretty strong reaction at first, negative. With this, I just thought, okay, this is nice. And I feel like Fusion, because this is the name, this is Khair Fusion, is okay. It's just okay. For me, it's sort of a yes, but I'm not like crazy about it. I'm not super impressed. But again, I think it's pretty similar to the OG as much as I can tell because I briefly tested it. I don't have it, to compare it side by side. So it's not really fair of me to say, yes, it's identical or no, it's not really similar. I think it's sort of similar from what I can recall. Overall, on its own, this is a nice fragrance. So I would say it's a yes, but I'm not crazy about it. And then we got Khair Confection. And this is a dupe for Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. And the number that I don't recall. By the way, the numbers next to the Khair names represent how many versions of the fragrance they had before the final version that was launched. So let's say they tweaked it, they added something, they got something out, they took something out of it, and so on until they found the perfect mix. This for me is a yes. It's a very cute fragrance. It's a girly fragrance. It smells very sweet. It's nice. It's lovable. but not to the point where I'm crazy in love with it, where I wear it every day, where I cannot stop wearing it or anything like that. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's nice. I think for this price, it's totally worth it. Maybe for that price, not so much. Again, this is just my opinion. But overall, with this fragrance, with this cheaper version of that, with this dupe, the answer for me is yes, it is worth the hype. I think it's a nice fragrance. And I wanted to keep this for last because I think Felicity is the best in the Khair line. Again, for me. If you're a man, you're probably going to opt for Khair, the simple one. Honestly, this on a man, amazing. Especially if you want to smell really, really manly. Felicity, on the other hand, smells so beautiful and so feminine that I would recommend this to all the women out there, all the women that have this girly side of them that they want to sometimes, you know, express. I sometimes want to wear dresses. I sometimes want to feel cute. And this fragrance is so beautiful. I had it in my previous video as well, and I told you how much I love it. And honestly, I cannot stop wearing this fragrance. I don't know if you can see, but there is like a pretty big dent in it, considering I got it pretty recently. I sprayed it immediately. I was like, oh my God. First of all, it's very close to a Khair fragrance. Guess what? The Silk Santal Wedding one, the feminine one, because there are two in that collection. The feminine one, which is very sparkling. It has actually a note of champagne in it. It has freesia, sugar, vanilla. It's very sweet, but it's also sparkling, which makes it like, it's not just sweetness that can be overwhelming. It's sweetness balanced with something. Which I love in fragrances, and this for me, because of that, it just like gives me such a good mood wearing. I love this fragrance. It's an everyday fragrance, but also a special occasion fragrance, because this was meant, I think the story behind it, that it kind of smells like a bride would smell. It smells bridal, and for that reason I do recommend this one, and of course the original, to women on their wedding day or to special occasion when you want to feel real pretty. This is like a really pretty fragrance. It smells pretty. I think if I was to sum it up, I would say it smells feminine and pretty. So for me, this one, of course, it's a big yes. I love this fragrance. And if from this line you want to keep something, I would say this one if you're a woman. I know I'm usually not a big on like separating things, but in this case, this is really feminine. I would not recommend this to a man. And again, if you're a guy, take this one. So these from this line, from the Khair line, from Paris Corner, these two, big yes. Let's jump to another Paris Corner fragrance and to another Khair dupe. And after this, I promise I'll stop with the Khair dupes. I think this is the last. No, we got one more. We got one more, but I'll take a break in between. This is Marshmallow Blush, and this is a dupe for, yeah, Marshmallow Bougie something. And this smells just like this bottle looks. It smells very fluffy, very pink. There is marshmallow in here, of course. It smells very pink and it smells girly, and it's actually really nice. I think it's nice. Again, it's a very feminine fragrance. I'm not judging if you wear it as a man, of course, but I'm just saying, like, generally it's a very feminine fragrance. It smells, yeah, okay, it smells a little bit juvenile, I'll give you that, of course. But then again, we all want to feel pretty, like, from time to time. So I think there's nothing wrong with it. Overall, for me, this is a yes. I think it's worth the hype. And on top of it, yeah, I think the bottle is actually kind of cute. I know it's cheesy, and I know it's maybe a little bit too much. But overall, I really like this fragrance. Like I promised, we're jumping to different things because I'm so done with the Khair dupes, honestly. This is Sehr. I learned how to pronounce it properly. This is from LATTAFA. It's over the top. It's very heavy, actually. This is so heavy. I've been traveling with it, and I just left this at home. I couldn't take this with me, like, honestly. It's a little bit too much. They say that this is a dupe for Vanilla Sex from Tom Ford. And honestly, I don't really see it. I didn't wear this in a while. I need to wear it again. I did wear it quite a bit when I first got it, and then I kind of stopped. They say it's similar to Vanilla Sex. Yeah, okay, maybe slightly, but not really a dupe, like not really the same thing. So this is a vanilla, ambery vanilla with cinnamon, with spices. Like, it's really my style of fragrance. It's like it sums up, it gathers everything that I love about fragrances in this one. For me, this is a huge yes. I love this fragrance. So it's one of my favorites in this video, if not my number one in this video. It could be my number one in this video, but probably Felicity is my number one. This is then my number two. It's a great fragrance, absolutely unisex, like seriously. For men in this video, I have a lot of there are a lot of alternatives, okay, for guys as well in this video, but this is probably the best. This is probably the best, honestly. Let's go to another fragrance that I would recommend to anyone. It's totally unisex in my opinion, and this is Intoxicate, and this is from Katlash. So this fragrance is one of the best dupes for Angel's Share. I've been testing dupes for Angel's Share. I'm actually preparing a video. Hopefully, I will film it soon with all of the dupes ranked, just like I did it with Bianco Latte. I want to rank all the dupes because I have a lot, so it's kind of worth doing it. All the dupes for Angel's Share that I have, I'm trying to rank them. I'm having a hard time choosing because they're all good, but so far I'm trying to find something exceptional, something so close that you cannot tell them apart, and so far there's nothing, but I haven't tested everything yet. But this is good. I'm not saying it's identical because it's not. It's not identical. At first, I actually thought it's kind of identical, but then they've been developing each of them. Angel Share on one side has been like aging and maturing and so on. And this on the other side, I feel like they've been like, they're a little bit more different now. But again, it's a great fragrance. If you're looking for something similar to Angel Share, I think this is amazing. Of course, if you want to get like the real feel and the whole experience with Angel Share, you need to get the original. You know, like I always say, but if you're on a budget or if you just, you don't want to commit, I get it, then get Intoxicate. Another fragrance that I've tested lately, I have it here, actually, I have, is Amber Oakwood. I posted a video about Dossier the other day, and I need to wear it. I didn't actually wear it. I need to see how long it lasts on my skin and on my clothes and so on. But this is it's pretty close. Like in the opening, the first few seconds, I thought, maybe it's not, but then it's actually really close. So I was pretty impressed with it. But Intoxicate, it was all over the place, all over social media, TikTok especially, Instagram as well. People were hyping it up, and I think it's worth the hype. So for me, it's a yes. You've been asking me about Lactea Divina, and this is again from Paris Corner, and this is a dupe for a fragrance that I'm not necessarily crazy about. I spoke about it in my last video. That fragrance is Blanche Bête, and this is pretty similar to Blanche Bête. Now, at first when I got it, I thought it's a little bit weak. I tested it again. It's not really weak. It's actually pretty decent. So I wouldn't say it doesn't perform now, but at first I kind of thought that. It's okay now. It does smell a little bit more green. So the only aspect I can sort of say, yeah, it's different than Blanche Bête. I feel like the tuberose is slightly greener in here, just like the bottle might suggest, because it is milky and then it's floral and green. There is that green aspect from the tuberose. Overall, I think it's actually worth it. So at first I didn't give it much importance, and I just sprayed it a little bit, then I let it be for weeks and weeks. And now I retested it and I'm actually kind of impressed. I don't love Blanche Bête, which means I don't love this one either. So for me, it's a no because I don't like the scent profile, but overall, I think it's a yes because I think it's a pretty good dupe. So I think it's worth the hype. Like I was saying, there is another dupe for Kelly in this video, and that is December Vanilla. And this is a dupe for Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli from Khair. And that is actually one of my favorite fragrances from Khair. So my favorite fragrance from Khair would be Vanilla 28. And there is no Middle Eastern dupe for Vanilla 28 yet, which I find very odd. That is the most, I think it's their bestseller, first of all. It has been launched ages ago, and they have not released a dupe for it. I just find it really, really hard to believe and really odd, but okay. And the Sugar Patchouli one is probably my second favorite. I think it was very bold of them to launch that fragrance because it's not very mass appealing, and it's not necessarily in their style. They have all these like girly, sweet, pink fragrances, very mass appealing, somehow very designerish smelling, and then they released this was released a while ago actually. It's not very, very new, unlike the Yum marshmallows and so on. Those are very recent. This is not recent, but honestly it's so good. So to sum it up, this is a yes because it's very, very close to the Khair fragrance that I absolutely love. I think I have that one in my collection. yeah, I think I still have it in my collection. I hope I didn't sell it, because at some point I did sell my Kayali's because I was just like, yeah, okay, I wasn't really wearing them. This is great. I don't think it's mass appealing necessarily. I don't think it's a safe blind buy because there's a lot of patchouli in here. So because of that, people tend to sort of hate patchouli. Patchouli is kind of a difficult note. And it's not just a touch of patchouli. It's a lot of patchouli, but there's also rum. There's also a lot of vanilla, you know, to sort of like balance it. So it's not just patchouli. It's not a patchouli bomb, because I wouldn't really wear. I'm not really a big fan of just patchouli. I know some people are, but for me, it's not necessarily a pleasant smell on its own. But in this one, because it's so sweet and there's the rum and there's like there are other elements in there, maybe a little bit of spice as well. I don't even remember exactly the notes, but this is kind of what I smell with it. I didn't wear this actually in a long time, but it's really beautiful. Again, totally unisex, and again, yes. I was tempted to talk about the whole Nuha line, but I know they're not available yet because I put one in my video last week, and that's not available yet. I couldn't find it anywhere to link it in the video in the description. So I decided to just speak about this one. This was released a long time ago, I think at least a year ago. And this is just Nuha. So it was, I think, the first from this Nuha collection. Now they released one, for example, that is similar to Lost Cherry. And I spoke about that one. I think it's great. This one, I'm not a huge fan of. First of all, this is sort of in the family of Yara. This is a little bit different than Yara, but still in that same category. It's like a strawberry milkshake, smelling maybe not the most natural. It's a little bit better than Yara, I would say. So if you love Yara and you want the upgrade, I would say get this. Because I don't necessarily love Yara so much. I'm like, okay. This is cute. I mean, it's cute. It's a safe choice. If you wear this, nobody's going probably to hate it because in the air it smells nice. But overall, for me, I don't think it's worth the hype. I don't think Yara, like the pink Yara, is worth the hype either. So there's that. I don't think it's worth the hype. But if you're looking for something safe, if let's say you buy this for a teenager girl, I think she's probably going to love it. So overall, I don't think this is a bad fragrance. I don't think it smells awful or something. But for me personally, again, it's a no. I think it's a mass appealing fragrance. It's cute. If you want to go for it and you're looking for something day-to-day, safe, cute, feminine, pink-ish, then yeah, then maybe for you it's a yes. And the last fragrance in today's video is Tanasuk from Al Haramain, and I actually need to talk about this brand more because I think this brand has a lot of good fragrances, and I have a lot of their fragrances in my collection. I just barely talk about them. So Tanasuk for me is a yes. Now, why is it a yes? First of all, it's a very strong fragrance. It's similar to Intense Cafe from Montal and other fragrances in that area. Like it's a vanilla mixed with rose. It's a little bit spicy. It's very sweet. It's very mass appealing. Again, very, very strong. This is a fragrance that will last on you for ages. I would say in this video, it's maybe the strongest fragrance in this video. So that says a lot, right? I'm not necessarily crazy about this bottle, but the fragrance is like I was saying, very mass appealing, very like people love smelling this on you. People will tell you how good you smell when you're wearing this one. I think it smells good both on a woman, on a man. It doesn't really matter. Although it's a sweet fragrance, I think it smells both good on both. So for me, this is a yes. It should be a yes for you as well, because I think it's worth the money, you know, considering everything. Even though Intense Cafe is not necessarily that expensive, so you can get that one. That one is beast mode as well. This one is beast mode as well. I'm not saying that they're like 100% similar, but let's say 85 to 90%, you're there. It's the same. Thank you so much for watching my video. I actually enjoyed this type of videos myself. I watch them on YouTube and I love filming them as well. So I hope it was useful, not just maybe a little bit entertaining. And I hope you have an amazing week. And I will see you next Sunday with another video. Bye.